In the UAE, inclusion is not just a value, it's a national commitment. A commitment that every child, regardless of ability, has the right to participate and to belong. But today, for thousands of children of determination, that promise remains just out of reach. Not because of a lack of potential, but because the systems around them were never designed with them in mind. The Bloom platform is here to change that. I'm Christian Sabatini, and together with my partner Maria Martins, we aim to break inclusivity barriers for sustainable learning.
Bloom is an inclusive learning platform designed to transform how children of determination experience education. It uses AI to offer personalized support based on each child's unique cognitive needs. It connects digital learning with real-world interaction through a simple but powerful idea. Each student adopts a plant at a local school farm and cares for it remotely. They observe its growth, make decisions, and engage in structured learning. But Bloom's not about just technology, it's about connection. And every student is paired with a peer, a Bloom buddy, that assists with the plant care. And this creates a shared experience that fosters collaboration and belonging. In this way, Bloom turns inclusion into something lived, not just implemented.
Bloom operates at the intersection of three high-growth sectors: inclusive education, experiential learning, and assistive technologies. Together, these markets represent a global opportunity exceeding $19 billion, with a strong projected growth through 2030. This shows how the demand for inclusive and technology-driven solutions is rapidly expanding. Children of determination are at the core of Bloom as our primary beneficiaries, but building a scalable solution requires a broader ecosystem. So we have a multi-stakeholder model where parents and schools act as the main partners and revenue drivers, adopting Bloom into their homes and classrooms. Government entities, NGOs, and corporate partners enable scaling through funding, policy alignment, and strategic collaboration.
Despite progress in raising awareness, reality remains deeply unequal. According to UNICEF, 58% of POD children report not having regular interactions with their peers, and only 1 in 5 receive the level of support they need within mainstream education. These numbers don't just reflect a lack of access, they reveal a deeper issue. Students with physical or cognitive challenges are often excluded from collaboration and experimentation, the very experiences that define learning. The UAE regulatory landscape is actively seeking to change this. In both Abu Dhabi and Dubai, inclusion is no longer optional but a requirement for institutions. Policies from ADAC and KHDA now mandate measurable inclusion outcomes, which include access to assistive technologies and digital learning solutions in the classrooms. And yet, despite these mandates, a significant gap remains. Up to 30% of schools in Abu Dhabi fail to meet the government criteria for inclusion, which leaves a large portion of the market actively seeking improvements. Our team reached out to the head of inclusion at the Akila School in Dubai, and she has expressed interest in our platform, which reinforces that there is an immediate need for specialized solutions.
Now onto the solution. First is Bloom Online. It is an AI-powered learning platform that adapts to each student's needs. Parents input the child's cognitive profile, and the platform personalizes the entire experience, from content complexity to interface design, visuals, audio, touch. Every element is calibrated to support different cognitive and motor abilities. Educators also input their lessons to produce an accessible outcome that is catered to their students. Second is the Bloom Experience, a physical extension of the platform that brings learning into the real world. Through simple interventions, like a live camera feed and remotely controlled irrigation, students can adopt and care for a plant within a school farm. They observe growth, make decisions, and even water the plant, so they can learn in a way that is both tangible and meaningful. And at the center of it all is connection. Each student is paired with a Bloom buddy, creating structured peer interaction and shared responsibility between them. During the program, the children of determination will have the opportunity to visit the farm, meet their buddies, and engage in different activities. As each experience lasts around 3 months, which is a plant's growth cycle, they have a graduation ceremony at the end, where they get recognition and they collect their plant.
While several solutions address parts of this challenge, none address it as a whole. Some focus on digital learning, but without the real-world interaction, and others provide physical programs, but without the personalization or scalability. And many fail to support the full spectrum of needs across different children of determination. And in this way, Bloom is fundamentally different. We are combining adaptive AI, real-world engagement, and structured peer interaction into one unified and highly scalable system. At the core of Bloom is an AI-powered system that continuously analyzes user interaction. It tracks their learning patterns, response time, and engagement, all to recalibrate the experience for them. The interface itself changes, from the image-to-text ratio, to audio cues, to touch sensitivity, and even the button size, ensuring no child is left out. Moreover, the content is delivered through a multimodal approach. We have gamified lessons, interactive explanations, voice summaries, and simplified visuals to ensure maximum accessibility. On the hardware side, Bloom uses readily available technology like Wi-Fi cameras and remote trigger irrigation systems that are installed in a small sector of the farms, so schools can deploy the Bloom experience within a single day, all in all ensuring very feasible implementation. The minimum viable product is developed across 4 key stages: design, development, testing, and infrastructure setup, with the majority of resources focused on the core product development. The estimated cost for the MVP, made through a simplified generative AI framework, would cost around 15,000 to 30,000 dirhams. This is a scenario where we make the platform with existing APIs, so we cut development costs while creating a functioning product. For testing and creating our own AI model, this number ranges between 80,000 to 200,000 dirhams. And while this represents a long-term optimization for the business, it is not a requirement for implementation. Through the MVP, we can validate quickly and prepare for deployment across many partner schools.
Bloom is not starting from zero. We have already engaged with industry leaders, initiated discussions with potential school partners, and fully designed our dual product ecosystem. Now, we move into the next phase. Bloom is built on a diversified and scalable revenue model. At its core are 3 primary streams: Bloom Online, delivered through direct subscriptions; Bloom Experience, offered through schools and cohort-based programs, also user subscriptions; and notably, school licensing, which can integrate Bloom Online into the classrooms and allow schools to partake in cohorts for the experience. Supporting this, we also expand through securing partnerships with government entities, NGOs, and corporations. Moreover, Bloom Online is offered at 120 dirhams per month, providing families with continuous access to adaptive learning. The Bloom Experience is delivered at 100 dirhams per month, also offered directly to users. Another key part of our revenue model lies in school licensing. At 2,000 dirhams per month per cohort, schools integrate Bloom directly into their programs to meet regulatory standards. As each cohort runs at a 3-month cycle, it allows for 4 cycles per year. This means a single school partnership can generate up to 48,000 dirhams annually, just from one cohort, assuming participation of 20 students. This structure creates predictable and recurring revenue while remaining cost-effective for institutions. Bloom grows through increased user adoption and school partnerships year by year. By year 1, we project 100 users and 3 school partners, generating approximately 288,000 dirhams in revenue. By year 5, Bloom reaches over 1,200 users and 20 partner schools, driving annual revenue beyond 2.6 million dirhams, based on conservative assumptions. Our goal is to maximize both profit and impact, and the online platform is a penetration strategy to test Bloom in new markets, as it allows us to establish a user base in different cities worldwide, increasing market share and reputability, so we can secure school partnerships and then implement the experience, solidifying an approach that will drive Bloom's global expansion.
Bloom is more than a platform. It is a system designed to create lasting impact, having been elected Best Sustainable Project by the Ministry of Tolerance in 2025. We have since scaled the project into a commercially viable venture, ensuring long-term profitability while amplifying our impact.
Rooted in innovation and aligned with the UAE Vision 2031, Bloom brings together education, environment, and equality to plant the seeds of a future where every child can thrive. This is Bloom.